Happy Friday, everyone. So, I really was thinking hard about what my low is because, full disclosure, as we get closer and closer to, the winter months, there are several videos that I absolutely need to prepare for. And even though I do said videos each and every year, if you longtime viewers would know what these videos are, you know that these are very powerfully emotional for me to do. Some things actually I have to pause just to sort of hold my emotions together. But as my therapist told me, emotions don't ask for permission. So, it felt good to let out my emotions. And that's also my high. Although, another thing that I do have to point out that is also my low is, I'm cleaning my apartment this morning. And I'm trying to, because I'm going to be gone for a long weekend because it's Labor Day weekend. I'll pretty much be up to Lake the entire time. And before I go on long weekends like this, I try and make sure I leave my apartment pretty clean. Just trying to, keep everything nice and looking neat when I return. Something to look forward to, so I don't have to worry about doing it later. And for the most part, I succeed. I take out my garbage this morning, and it really is my fault because I was essentially wearing shorts and a t-shirt. This is before I, got dressed up and looking nice for the video this morning. And I got something like, woo, it's cool out. And the sad part is, actually, I think clouds just rolling now. But I could see the sky starting to get a little blue. So hey, you know what they say, red sky at night, sailors delight, red sky morn, sailors be warned. So the sky this morning was blue. So any sailors out there, I don't think you need to worry. That's a good thing, right? And my act of kindness was I did something for my dad yesterday, and he asked me to do him a favor, and I did. It was good. So all in all, I think I'm ready for this Labor Day weekend, and what it specifically entails. I mean, I've said this story countless times, but it still holds true. When I was growing up, this is the weekend I always dreaded the most. Because next week, I would then start school, specifically on next Wednesday. And it always made me feel so sad when summer was just about over, because Labor Day weekend would normally be the last time that my family and I would go out to Cuca Lake. As soon as we started school, no more Cuca Lake. It would still be open for, is that a bird or a baby? Okay. Sorry for the background noise. Apparently, I thought either it was like a baby crying or a really loud bird. Holy cow. Sorry if you heard any of that. Where was I? Right, school. Actually, today is Friday. Maybe that kid is starting school of some capacity. I mean, some schools start earlier. I mean, my nephews are in daycare right now. That's kind of like school, I guess. So, school starts next week. I would always dread this week. And it would always just make me so sad because, again, as this weekend, no more Cuca Lake. I mean, I don't need to worry about that so much anymore because I don't go to school anymore. But eventually, when my nephews get old enough, they're going to have to go through that too. I'm like, oh man, I feel horrible. Because, again, it's always so sad when, your favorite specific time of year ends. It just is. But as the years have gone by, and I no longer need to worry about school, I was able to focus more on things that I like right now. Like, for example, like all my life, I really have been a football fan, but it wasn't until after I graduated from college that I really started paying more attention to football, specifically my Dallas Cowboys, which I actually found my Cutler jersey. I'll be getting that next week. Can't wait to use it. See, so that's another thing I gotta look forward to. We got football and the NFL coming up, and college football is this weekend. I mean, okay, seriously, the big game, one of the big games I'm looking forward to this year, which is this weekend, opening weekend, no kidding, Notre Dame versus The Ohio State University. I want to see that game. That game is going to be lit. Holy cow. Actually, there is one other game I really do want to see, but I'll get into that momentarily. Actually, you know what? I could talk about it now. So, Horseheads Football, that starts this week. And I do believe Trinity-Pawling is also starting as well, too. That, or I think they start next week when they clearly already start school, which, good on them. Although that actually does remind me, no kidding, 14 years ago today, I was on my way to Trinity-Pawling. Really, September 2nd, 2008. That was when, I got up, and it'd still be about a good half hour, 45 minutes before I would leave for Trinity-Pawling. Actually, I think it might have been even longer than that. But, to this day, I don't really think I remember much about right before leaving, I guess. I mean, it didn't really hit me emotionally that day until, we're on the highway overlooking the Elmira area, and then my grandma called. That's what got me. Oh boy. It got me for more reasons than just simply going back to school. And I've talked about why in the past, but if you don't know, don't worry. I'll save that for another time. But yeah, if this was knowing what I remember now, it would be we'll give it about 7 hours until I would start running cross country again. Yeah, because when I went to Trinity-Pawling, I ran cross country, which, again, someone who played football as a lineman in high school running cross country, you can only imagine how much of a disaster that was going to be, right? Well, you could. Of course, that's not what happened at all. But again, that's a story for another day. So I guess this morning kind of brings about the fact that summer really is almost over. In fact, it's going to be over in less than 3 weeks. And I kind of knew that this summer was going to be underwhelming compared to last year. And there were some great moments that happened this summer too, absolutely. But I still feel kind of let down a bit. I still have a few weeks left before we stop going up to Keuka Lake. Plenty of opportunities to, go to the remaining of the 13 places for a bite to eat I haven't been to yet. There's 6 of them. Problem is, though, Fridays probably would have been the day that I would be able to do it. But literally the next 3 Fridays, I'm going to be going to Horseheads football games because they're at home. Yeah, like seriously, the first 3 weeks are at home. Like, really? So, I believe the team that Horseheads is playing against is Cicero North Syracuse, which is a Section 3 team. Horseheads is Section 4. I mean, that tends to happen. We play a lot of schools in our area, but other areas of the state, play against each other. That just happens. Although, no kidding, since last football season, I still have the Blue Hammer Award. So, if you don't know what the Blue Hammer Award is, back when I first went to Trinity-Pawling, obviously Trinity-Pawling had football there as well, every Monday morning at morning chapel, the football coach, who was also my Asian trilogy teacher, the teacher I've said in the past was not a very good teacher, he had an award called the Blue Hammer Award. Now, at the time this award was being given out, it would always be given out to the player that landed just the biggest hit on an opponent. It had to be a hit so grand that everyone in the stadium felt that kid's pain. The kid that fell on the ground, that is. So, needless to say, Trinity-Pawling doesn't do it that way anymore. Nowadays, when the Blue Hammer Award is given out, they do it for, say, maybe the quarterback throws for 250 and 2 touchdowns, or you have a running back running for 100 plus yards, or maybe have a defensive player that gets several sacks in a game. There's lots of variables that would require getting this Blue Hammer Award. And last year was the first time that I went to as many Horseheads games as I could, and I tried to give out this award in the exact same style. By the way, if you think this Blue Hammer Award looks ridiculous, I would like to remind you that when I was at Trinity-Pawling, the Blue Hammer was essentially a mallet that was spray painted blue. Oh, here's the funny thing. The shade of blue that was spray painted on the mallet back at Trinity-Pawling was more closely related to Horsehead's shade of blue than Trinity-Pawling's shade of blue, because Trinity-Pawling's colors are blue and gold. Horsehead's colors are white and blue. And this shade of blue is closer to Trinity-Pawling's shade of blue than Horsehead's is. But, hey, it works. I'll be honest, I've never used this hammer other than displaying it who wins the award. And again, if you know me for long enough, I never name names so as not to embarrass or offend anyone. So whoever wins that award, I usually assign the award to a given number or numbers, because it is possible that more than one player can win the award if they legitimately deserve it. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like last year where number 30. Well, first of all, the student who was number 33 is no longer at Horseheads because he was a senior last year and he's going to college. So I don't think it's going to be exactly like that. But I am willing to see what winds up happening this year. I mean, I'm a bit worried. If not because there were a lot of really good seniors on Horsehead's team last year, and they obviously all went to college. I mean, all I can do now is hope and pray that the students that are returning have been instilled that level of, work ethic and dedication to the sport of football that would allow them to have a season of equal or greater value this year. At least I'm hoping so. So, I'm really looking forward to tonight's game. I really am. I mean, it's going to be incredibly late by the time I arrive at Cuca Lake. But, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I mean, A part of me is actually kind of hesitant on going, if we're being honest, because with gas prices being the way they are, every mile counts. And normally on a Friday, I would immediately just go up to Cuca Lake as soon as I was able to go. But with football being at Horseheads and every game being a home game for the next 3 weeks, I don't know. It's a bit up in the air. But there are a few games I'm looking forward to. I mean, one game I'm definitely going to that's actually an away game is here in Elmira. Yeah, Elmira is going to be away, but Elmira's football stadium is literally right down the street from where I am. Seriously, I could walk there from here. That's how close it is. Of course, I'm going to be driving because that's going to be much, much, much later in the season, like October, like right before Halloween, actually. So it's going to be very, it's a long way from now. But I'm looking forward to that game. Plus, it could be a night where I do something like get elbow room for dinner afterwards. That's going to be really cool. So, to the Horseheads Blue Raiders out there, the only advice I can really give to you is, play smart, not hard. Make good choices throughout the day, in terms of, what you put in your body in terms of nutrition. Drink plenty of water, eat good food, get your fruits and vegetables in the day. And always remember that when you're on that field, all you have is each other. So yeah, you guys are all you got, but that's okay, because you know what? You worked hard for this. So all you may have is each other, but that's all you need. And if you do what you're supposed to do, in the words of my football coach at Horseheads, and anyone out there knows who I'm talking about, if you guys do what you're supposed to do, then the W will take care of itself. I really hope I get to sing the fight song too. I'm looking forward to doing the fight song again. Although, full disclosure, for a while I actually forgot the lyrics to the fight song. I remember them now, don't worry. So I hope you all liked this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. It would do my YouTube channel greatly. And as always, I am very humbled. I made this video for all you guys watching Joe for today. And hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Friday. And remember, if you guys want to talk, the channel is going to be here to let you know. Always everybody, take care. Make good choices. 607 all day, baby.